How's it going, Talk Forest TV? My name is Jack. Welcome to my review of the Nottingham Forest versus Barnsley game. As you can tell, I am absolutely delighted. I'm really happy with that game, that performance. First off, we were decent. We had chances, but obviously inevitably gave away that penalty. Went in a goal down. Whatever Steve Cooper said at half time worked an absolute treat. We came out of that second half, and that's the best 45 minutes of football I've seen Forest play in a very long time. We were different gravy. We were going for it. We didn't get a goal. We didn't go 1-0 or 2-1 up as it would have been and sit and try and consolidate. I don't know if that's the right word. Try and sit on what we've got, basically. We went for it again and we got another goal, and we were going for it again, and we unfortunately didn't get that fourth, but we were pushing for it, we were trying for it. Yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon. It was absolutely superb from us today. The best I've seen for us play in a very long while. Yeah, to a man, brilliant. I mean, there were a few players that I've seen people pick out who didn't have the greatest performance, but I couldn't really care less, to be honest with you. 3-1 win away from home against Barnsley. We haven't beaten Barnsley since 2016 at Oakwell. Steve Cooper's got the boys playing, and it's just a really good feel factor around the club again. You know, it's only taken one game, one win. You know, obviously two games for Cooper, but one win to really start to turn things around. By the looks of things, bring some smiles to the face of the fans. You know, it was light and day, a stark contrast to that of Steve Cooper, of Chris Shooton. You know, the changes. He took off a centre-back to bring on a striker who, it was a gamble to bring Grabban on because he's not, you know, he wasn't meant to really feature in this one, but came off the bench, played a lovely pass for the, was it the Johnson goal? I think it was a Johnson goal, potentially. One of the goals, I can't remember which one it was, and scored the third. You know, it was a delight to watch. I was loving it, you know, throughout. It was just so nice to be able to support a club again who go for games, who play attacking football, free-flowing passing, the way that we would split the defence, those balls with the pacing behind. Oh, man, I know it's only Barnsley and they're not having the greatest start to the season along with us. We know we're level on points with them now after that win, but you know, it's just the way we played with confidence, flair, that front three rotating around before Grabban came on, the ability to switch positions across the front three. I think, you know, oh, sorry about that. The wing backs really getting involved. It was superb to watch. Really happy to see that. I think it's if we can see more of that, we'll be absolutely fine. So we could even find ourselves up there. I mean, we're only 8 points off the playoffs, and okay, it's unlikely we'll get the playoffs. I'd take a top 10 sort of finish. I think that's achievable, realistic. I think that's something we can do. A good ground to build off for next season. But, you know, if we can keep playing like that, who knows what we can get in at the end of the season. The way, you know, you saw videos of Cooper give it large to the Forest fans in full voice. It really seems like a good place to be at the moment. I'm really happy. You know, it was a shame that we did concede, you know, a penalty. It was a sloppy one to give away from Figueiredo. It's a real shame because I didn't get to watch the Millwall match, but reports suggest he was really good in that one. He was solid, and then this game he was back to, you know, that shaky sort of nervous-looking defender that we know of him. So, you know, if Cooper can get the best out of him like he did against Millwall week in, week out, I've got no problems with him. He's a little bit shaky, but I think it took guts really for Cooper to take off Figueiredo, switch the system, the shape, everything really, bring on Grabban, which was, like I mentioned before, a gamble to bring him on, and it absolutely paid off 100%. Grabban dropping in deep, linking up play, playing balls through to the faster players around him, Mighton coming off the bench, making himself an absolute nuisance. We did mention about him in the Red and White show the other night that maybe he could go on loan. I disagree with what I said. I said maybe it would be a good idea. Look, the way that he played today was unbelievable. That run he made for the the third goal where he took it through the two defenders. I think he might have even played it through one of the legs of the defender and get the ball across goal for Graben, who didn't even have to move. Just hit him and went in. It was lovely to watch. You know, I'm really, really happy, and I can't wait for Saturday now. I think going into that one, we're full of confidence, full of belief, happiness. The players look more, they just look happier to be there, you know, happier to play, and they're not restricted. They're not forced to sort of play in a certain rigid style where we don't want to give anything away. You know, we were going forward. We were happy to potentially lose the ball to try and do something going forward. You know, we were leaving, I wouldn't say we were leaving ourselves open at the back, but we were committing ourselves forward. We just really went for it, and it was a joy to watch. Okay, Barnsley weren't great. You know, they got their penalty, they took the penalty. Other than that, they didn't really do too much. Caused Samba a few issues when he had the ball at his feet, but they didn't really do too much other than that, to be honest with you. But I think that was credit to Forest, the way that we played. I'm really, really, really chuffed with that. If we could see more of the same, I'll be over the moon, really, really over the moon. In terms of man of the match, it's a tricky one. There's a couple of shouts for me, I think. You look at the likes of Johnson, you know, got himself on the score sheet. Real handful for the defence. I think Zinkernagel has a big shout for that. Off the bench, Graben, Spence, Lowe again, brilliant. But for me, I'm going to give it to one of our own, Brennan Johnson. I think he was really, really good. Got his goal, took it well, got the assist for Zinkernagel's goal. He was just a real handful, you know, running at the defence, causing so many issues. It was really, really good to see. Hopefully, Cooper can get the best out of him, get him really making a lot of defenders really struggle, because I remember last season in patches that game that really sticks out to me was the Bournemouth game at the Vitality last season. I remember in my post-match video saying that we didn't make the defenders even have to think about anything. Today we were causing them so many problems, and it was Brennan Johnson who was at the forefront of that. He was just making so many darting runs. He was going one way then the other, just causing so much problems, or so many problems, sorry. Just so such a handful, and it was amazing to see, you know, really, really happy. I'm absolutely over the moon with that performance for me. And if we can continue like that, who knows where we will finish this season. You know, we've got belief, we've got confidence going into Saturday. I think it's Birmingham. I could be wrong. But yeah, I'm really, really delighted with that. Really looking forward to it. And I'm very, very happy with that performance. So yeah, let us know down below what you thought, who you think was man of the match. Like I say, it was Brennan Johnson for me, but there's a hat full of players who deserve it. To a man, I think everyone was good, if not brilliant, and it was really, really good to see. So yeah, smash a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to Talk Forest TV if you haven't already. I'm not sure if the voting's still open. If it is, please vote for Talk Forest TV for the Football Blogging Awards. It'll be on Dan's social media, Twitch category we're in. I can't remember off the top of my head. And come on, you Reds.